Randu. It's Randy. All right, so Narissa, good morning. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Striper, how are things going over there on the platform to subway to the A train? Good morning. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Kathy, I got your the information I needed. Thank you, dear. I'm sending something to Zach and Margaret, so just so they can know what's going on. Also, because I haven't talked to anyone over there yet. I mean, I'm sure people know, but I don't want it posted like that, so I'll just give the information to him so he can, put it up there. Plus, on the website, if anybody even visits it any longer, we have the chat is going to drop out. I think I mentioned this before. I was paying $19 a month so that little chat box could pop up. Well, now it's going up to $50 a month, so I'm not doing it. And if somebody wants to chat privately with someone, they can do private messaging, or they can say, hey, meet me here. You know what I'm saying? Randy, you're just here working. Well, I'm glad you're working. Randu. The reason I call you Randu is you need something done. Randy is the man. Randy's can do. Randu. Okay, so everything is moving along. We have more cases of COVID. I guess there's no real surprise there. Even in Florida down here, Florida man has got some more cases because, well, social distancing has gone out the door because everyone's doing peaceful now, which is good, protests, but they're doing them like in lockstep. I mean, see, how many people can we crowd into a street? It is Monday, isn't it? Hey, Monday net. It's so good to see Sam is here. Sam is back from his teaching duties. Sexy Claire, there's Claire. Hello, Claire. Good to see you. What else is happening? Whatever. All right, so Striper, what's going on here? What is it? Yeah, Kathy, I'm sure hope I look like Joe when I get to his age. Yeah, no! Now you learned this from JDaddy before. And let me tell you something, Striper, don't ever say to a woman, me you could say to, because I don't give a shit, but a woman, hey, you look great for your age. The fuck is that supposed to mean? You look great, man. You look fantastic. Leave it at that. When you add the kicker for your age, it's like, so I'm supposed to look like Wilford Brimley? I mean, all right. So just remember that. That's just a good thing. That is to be polite. I know people always say, hey, you look good for your age. No, you just complete a marathon. You say, wow, at your age, that's amazing. It is amazing at your age. But to just sit and doesn't really require much effort. I have people on the roof working right now. I had a piece of my screen that protects the pool. Today the pool guy was here and he says, we charge so much more when people don't have a screen. I mean, up north you don't have a screen on your pools if you're lucky enough to have a pool. I never had one up there. But friends who did, it was always not covered up. Why would you? Here, and I have a lake. There's all kinds of wildlife and shit going on. I mean, the pool would be a mess. It takes them an hour to clean it for people that don't have it covered up. That's why it's covered up. But the screen takes a beating and it comes undone at the seams and it has to be repaired. It's always something, folks. Okay, yes, been in work all day, arrived 10 minutes ago, having to do video calls with parents and students. You're probably the only teacher I know that's whose parents are in their class. That is interesting, Sam. Sam I am, Sam I can. He's got the right attitude. He's like Randu. I can do it. Well, hey, you didn't kill anyone at work. That's good. So, COVID is back on the rise. Looting is subsiding. And hopefully some change will come about. But here's one change I don't like. It has nothing to do, to me, with race or anything like that. Why would you defund police forces? Someone give me an educated reason why you would take money out of a police force to, well, there's one in, oh, where was it? In Minneapolis. They just close it down. So who's going to, criminals they love to hear that. Defunding a police force is going to create lawlessness, and it's going to increase, I believe, unless you explain otherwise, more crimes, make cities less safe. People will be defending their own towns. In Florida, they can handle it. Everybody's carrying a gun. But should everyone be carrying a gun? Other cities, there are laws against having a firearm. I'm just saying, it's kind of weird to me. So, that's it. Yeah, Randu has a nice ring to it. They want some money to be placed in mental programs. So put money in mental programs. Maybe don't send Nicaragua $15 billion. Send them 10, and let's fund the programs at home. You know what I mean? There's money to be found. Definitely wrong to get rid of police. It would be, I cannot imagine. I am empathetic, because I know I have friends who were pulled over, and I'm in the car with them, and they were pulled over for no other reason but because they were black. I get all that. It is horrible. And I can't 100% feel what someone feels. But it wasn't put like that. I was pulled over in the car also. And I started to say something. They told me to shut up. But, it's terrible. And most people, most Caucasian people have no idea what it would be like to be pulled over. Even the football players are saying, and they're absolutely right. When I'm here, football player, I'm wealthy, I'm this, everybody looks at me. But when I'm in street clothes and I'm driving a car, I'm concerned as well. It's hard to, my friend Eric, who's a cop, he says, you're absolutely right. We cannot understand what that is like 100%. So I hope this, I'm so sorry that George passed away at that idiot's knee. Of course I am. Everyone is. Anybody who is a human being would hate that. But maybe some good comes to this. Maybe we'll turn the corner. I don't know. But closing up a police force, what the hell is that going to do? 90%. I would say 99, but let's say 90% of the police are good people. They're there doing their job. I don't want to do it. Do you? No. They're doing the job. It's just, we can't have lawlessness. And I am, because my business partner, who is a black man who's passed away now, I love this guy, Jim. Jim was pulled over with his family in Georgia because he was black and paid $250 cash so they wouldn't run him off to jail with his little girls and his wife in the car. That has to stop. That has to stop. That is sad to me. So we want that to stop, and if that's the case, I hope there's some good that comes out of all of this. But you have to have police force. And that concludes JoDaddy's editorial. Okay. Maybe allocated differently. Yeah, okay, but you still have to have people to patrol the streets. People to keep other bad people in line. See, if everyone's like us, you don't have to worry about me stealing from the guy next door or throwing a brick through a window. You're not going to have it because I don't do that. You don't do that. But other people do that, or they think they should do that, or they are coerced to doing that. We need to stop that. I think everyone agrees that looting and committing crimes and throwing bricks at police. What? I'm sure everyone has some friend or family members been in law enforcement. You don't want them getting hit with a brick. Now, if it's a brick house, so that's a different story. But then we're talking about something completely different. So, anyway. Okay, so, and how was your weekend? All right. Top Gun Randy. Jennifer called him that Saturday night. What'd she call him? Bubbles? You calling Randy Bubbles? Oh, Top Gun Randy, gotcha. But you can't take money away from the people that are putting their lives on the line. You can't, do that. I mean, if they can weed out bad guys, weed them out. Apparently, that guy that killed George Floyd had issues all the time. He had this Napoleon complex. They were even saying, he would take the biggest guy and say, and inflict his dominance with his guns or baton on them. He was an asshole. And he's going to go to jail for a long, long time. And I doubt if he makes it out of jail, but you know what I mean. No, I need a haircut badly. I've called Sandra. I just put water on it right now. And, just a few minutes before I sat down here. I almost came in with my, gray fro, but I didn't. Gray fro. Did I hear what the economy did last week? The economy is, we got a long way to go. We've got a long way to go. But yeah, there's moderate improvement. I mean, remember, it crashed. It was like the stock market. It just went boop. COVID, though, is coming back. Well, I'm glad you had fun on Saturday night. Did Striper, I figured Striper must have hosted a show or something. That's good. I'm glad you guys have a place to go on Saturday nights. Yes, the economy did better. I mean, from where it was. It almost reached the depths of the Great Depression. And no, I wasn't alive then. But it was 20% unemployment. We almost got there. No, Florida is not under curfew. We have never been under curfew, ever. I mean, not because of this. I don't know what they did in '68, but yeah. Whitney, the Witster, the quiet Whitney. How about that? Good for her. Yeah, you just click on your Skype and it's got all the people right there and just ramp it up. You ought to alternate. Yeah, that'd be good. Hey, Whit, so you hosted a show? That is awesome. Miami-Dade had a curfew? Well, that's like, different country down there. Yeah, I didn't know that. We did not have curfews up here. Nobody goes out here. You'd have to set a curfew at 7 p.m. in this area. I told you, I look across this, when it's dark out, I look across the lake and all the lights are out. And I'm taking the trash out at 1:30 in the morning, and when I drive back, if I'm at the supermarket or anything, I come back at 5 in the afternoon, all the trash cans are out already. I'm like, what? These people don't accumulate trash from 5 to 12 or anything? It's crazy. I mean, and there are some younger people living here. I mean, a handful, I think. This is not a 55 plus community. There are a lot of those, but it's Florida. There are some kids here, and especially, well, it's summertime, so they'll be here anyway. So how would you allocate it differently? Yes, yes, they've been very violent to people. But not all the cops. Oh yeah, it's a dream community for you. You too, Whit. Have a great, great day. And thank you, Whitney, if you were the host of the show. That's terrific. Good for you. Quiet Wit. Fantastic. But of course, in those shows, you can just let it goes by itself. Yes, they would have to, of those people, absolutely. But if they wanted to get on the original thing, they would, you know, come to me and I would put them on there. Or they can just, if Whitney, let's say, was going to host all the time, then you could add her. Whitney could add her. Anyone could add him or her. It was a small group. I may do one a month, you know, just so you know. So I will, you know, work that out with whoever is doing. Maybe I'll do, since July will be the first Saturday of the month. And then maybe people can tell me who wants to do it. Or maybe that's just too much involvement for me. You know, you can just figure out who's doing it. Maybe once a month, Sam. Did you get that one? Striper got in touch with me, and it was 7:30, and I realized, yeah, I've been working very hard around the house doing different things, and it was 7:30. I was like, wow. See, that's what happens. I get caught up in things, and then it was 7:30, and I hadn't even eaten dinner, which isn't unusual, but you know, my usual thing on Saturday was I try to eat prior to. Now, I put Saren's picture up. Has anyone heard from her? Was she on that live or anything? Because I sent her a message. Cool. You know, it's been a couple weeks now. We haven't heard from Saren. I hope she is all right. If anybody knows, please let me know. We're concerned about our core of people and everyone, of course. Everyone here and those who aren't here. Yeah. Whitney. All right. Yeah, you haven't heard from her either, Claire. Yeah, that concerns me a little bit. Excuse me, because she's always, you know, she usually responds in one way or another, Skype message or something. She's not always there too, because a lot of times she say, "I'm sorry I didn't see your message," and it could be a few days, but it's been a couple of weeks now. So hopefully we'll hear from her soon. Let's see. Now, how are things over in the UK? It's starting to loosen up a little bit. You can finally get out. I also spoke with, over the weekend, our lovely 18-year-old Iron, who had her hair done. Has a new dye job on her hair. She's just, our adorable little girl. She is, it's interesting because her, I don't know if you know this, her dad is black, her mom is white, and so we have very heated, not heated, we have very interesting discussions. And for the perspective of someone who has a command of our language so well and lives in France, it is really interesting to talk to her. For example, they never use the word racism. Human beings, black, white human beings. A much healthier approach to things. That's interesting. I thought, here we are in the country of labeling things, right? We label. I think it's because we had those label makers for so long. And they would have them on those advertisements on television. You make your labels, stick it on things. The Beach and Me. Hello, Beach and Me. The UK is, well, Sam, that's an expletive. You never heard me say anything like that. It's shit in the UK right now for all manner of reasons. Don't you love Claire? Claire, you are adorable. You have such a command of the language. Anything. She could take anything and she could turn it into politeness. This is, it's shit in the UK right now for all manners of reason. Yes. Of course, for all manner of reasons. It's total shit. I watched The Queen with Helen Mirren again last night because I was just going through things to watch and new things, and I saw her beautiful face. She's 74 years old and looks amazing for anyone. But I'm telling you, she's 74 years old. And when she played the Queen, it was so good. That was the hour and a half long show. It was about Diana's death and how they had to, she wanted to keep it private because she didn't like Diana anyway. So then she had to go along with the world, actually. But it was so refreshing to watch them in their so proper language. It sounded like our little Claire. It is a good film. Helen Mirren is brilliant. Good word for her. She is brilliant. I find her very, very sexy. You can't visit and be in... Why can't you be in a room with your parents if you wear a mask? I mean, they're going to know who you are anyway. It'd be like you're going in for a holdup. Tiffany is here. It's been a long time since I've been here. It's so nice to see you again, Tiffany. Thanks for walking in. Sam is complaining that he can't see his parents, or he can see them, but it's on video. Well, there's a penguin on the telly. Yes, so you'll have to watch them that way, I guess. It doesn't make much sense, though, that you can have students in a classroom and yet you can't visit your parents. She's quite confident. Did you see a movie? What was that movie? Oh, we talked about it. No, it was with Judi Dench and Cate Blanchett. A pair of fine actresses. Whoa, How could you not watch something with Judi Dench and Kate Blanchett? I mean, I could watch either one of them go on and on. Kate Blanchett in that Howard Hughes movie with Leo DiCaprio was spot on, perfect. Katharine Hepburn. Well, she had everything there. She was so good. She's so talented. Notes on a Scandal. Yes, Notes on a Scandal. You're right. Was good. In the UK, we cannot be inside with people that we don't live with. All right then, right, okay. If you used to live there, it doesn't matter because, separation and what, and who knows? I mean, I think Corona is probably the least of you folks' worry when it comes to you, Sam, honestly. I mean, they gladly, wouldn't you? I mean, you would gladly face Corona versus the things that could happen to you. I mean, I hope you're laughing, Sam. Not allowed to visit your family. Notes on the scanner. What about Vanessa Redgrave, Joe? Vanessa. The Redgrave girls, right? Oh, wasn't there another one? Wasn't there another Redgrave as well? Yes. That's right, Sam. Be careful. I have to put on my doctor jacket to, get my point across. I will. What happened? All orgies are on hold in the UK right now. Well, I mean, who wouldn't put them on hold or embrace, if you will? Oh, you mean, yes, right. After my ex, I cannot date a guy at this time. I am bisexual, pansexual, and I'm hoping to eventually date a girl woman. Tiffany, don't take this the wrong way, but I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have found a party girl here. We want to have a couple drinks with you, Tiffany, at the bar, but we can't date anyone. You can't go in, but you can drink with people here. You can date whoever you want here. Her sister, yes. Well, Tiffany, you're in the right place here. I mean, we have everyone here that you might find interesting. Lynn Redgrave, right? Yes, Lynn. Lynn and Vanessa, right? No pubs are open here to look at birds. Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? You still have porn there, do you? Groovy. It's a groovy thing. It's coming in from Striper from the 70s. It's a groovy thing, Tiffany. Oh, behave. It should fit in here. It fits in. Oh, you better believe it. This is a nice fit, actually. The hijinks that take place in this room are not suitable for work, not suitable for children. Some of it's just downright not suitable, but, It's in my stomach. I didn't eat again. Can you hear it? It's kind of like, it sounds like to me like a airplane breaking the sound barrier. It's got slow and being. Can't fly anywhere yet. One thing, Tiffany, is that to answer Kathy's can't fly anywhere yet. She can't fly anywhere yet anyway. Who's she kidding? But Kathy, you're going to have to fly because on that flight that we take to London, you're going to need some help. You'll be so drunk by the time you get off that plane. Actually, you have been drunk several times because you'll drink, you fall asleep. You'll drink, you fall asleep. You'll do it a few times, as it will be about 6 hours, I think. Yes, Bo. So I need. We need to have Bo as well, but we're very happy that well, Randu was on top of that. Randy, are you at work today? I saw a commercial. You should have been doing it. It was Home Depot, and if you want to tile your house by yourself, you can do it. And a truck pulls up, and they bring a pallet of tile to you. And I would think about doing that, but the mess of taking up the old tile, right, and then putting down new tile, and the only thing you have is Scotch tape, it would probably not sit well, and I don't, how would you put that down? Yes, coming to London, at a theater near you. Oh, I would love some of that. I wish I had it right now. I will have some. I have, is my week busy? I have a teleconference with the doctors tomorrow instead of going in. I'm not coming in anymore. I don't want to get near you people. And then, what? Haircut, Sandra haircut. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. Let me go see if those guys are still on the roof. Chat amongst yourselves. Kathy, just eat yogurt. I put some cereal in it too. So I've got to text my guy. He usually tells me how much I owe him. Let's see. Where are you? Here you go. What do I owe you? How about what's the damage? See what he says. All right. Kathy, again, I see your note. Thank you so much for the information I needed. Because I had so many different versions of that. I didn't want to put out the wrong one. But I'll do it later. So that adds up. To my busy week. Okay, I set up the haircut. I have to go back to my accountant. I have to file amended return now because I got some additional information that needs to be in the return. Good news is that it's July 15th. I'd already gotten a refund, just small, very small, under $100. But now I have to send an amended thing so that they don't ding me with something else. It's all highly technical, and it's, I've got to do it because, so I have to pay my accountant again. But it could be very damaging, and JoeDaddy doesn't want any more damage. He's completely damaged. All right, so what do we have? What do we have here? Let's see, where's everybody? Over here. Here they are. All right, what is Tiffany doing? What's happening? I tried to tell one of my friends, and she zoned me. Oh. Tried to tell one of my friends I liked her. Friend zoned me, okay. But no, of course not. Hey, I'm with you, Tiffany. Me, I like girls too. Look, and I'm abnormal. So, hello, Carrie. Dr. Carrie's in the house. Dr. Carrie, MD. You don't have music playing anyway? Randy, you can play your own music. You're allowed to. Good. Good. Yep, that's what you should do. He is a doctor. So, yes, I used to make out like amazing. I mean, amazing. When I was, I can't even tell. I would get back a return that was half as much as I made for the whole year back in the day. That, wow, was a lot. But there were certain reasons for all of that, and that was great. And consequently, in years and investing, I had significant losses over years that carry over every year. From 10 years ago, they're still carrying over. My losses were so much, so every year, I don't have to pay. I don't usually get anything, but I don't have to pay because I have losses from 10 years ago. So those were significant losses. Yeah. Oh, I'm just eating a little concoction here of some cereal, big cereal flakes here. And some yogurt. Love it. He has a doctorate. That yummy white thick stuff. Not the same yummy white stuff that Sam craves on a regular basis. Oh, Sam and most of the ladies, I guess. And of course, ooh, Charlie, Sam, Mario. I mean, just because. No, maybe that would be speaking out of school. Just because you might have those tendencies doesn't mean that you necessarily like that. Yeah, we know about all the quitters and all that. Before you say it, Kathy or you like yogurt. Oh, that's good. No, I'm not on about anything. Kathy would be on about that. Claire would be on about that. Charlie, Charlie comes out of the, I would say closet, but that's not the case. He comes out from down the dark hall of listening in when he hears that and says, I'd like some of that. Charlie's always good for that. Doesn't mean that you like that stuff. I mean, you know, I guess, I don't know. Oh, behave. People on video seem to enjoy the hell out of it, though. Is that where it comes from? Out of the woodwork? That's where I got it. It comes out of the woodwork. I got it. Maybe that's why it's got a little bit of floorboard in it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Sam Page, maybe you should you should have a yogurt eating contest or a yogurt. Everyone on the live, maybe when I do a live again, everyone should bring their yogurt. Floorboard for extra crunch. Yes. I could say something really gross, but I won't. Just imagine the grossest thing and I will take credit for driving you down that road. Okay. Yes. No, I think the yogurt also has a modicum of vitamin E as well. Energy, right? Mm. Oh, the kind of vitamin E you can rub in your skin or all over your face. Yes, that's right. Like CeraVe. There, sir. You know what I mean. But not. No, it's not necessarily funny. Not at all. No, it wasn't funny. Let me see. Hold on, let me see what my guy said to me. Let me put this down here. Let me go over here to my article I'm writing. Okay. Better Homes and Gardens has asked me to do an article. About mannequins. You know, on the mannequin front, the best mannequins are the sex dolls. Not for pleasure or anything like that. I have to tell them in detail what I'm looking for. But they say you could get it cheaper just getting the you know, sex doll. I disagree with them. I really do. I don't want to sneeze. Yeah, so because my friends would be tempted to date them. All I would have to do, my buddies, is on if they can't be around filming and stuff like that. They would not understand it. So it's best for them just to see it when it's finished. I have friends who would definitely rent those kind of dolls for me. But ooh, no telling what they would be doing. I mean, I know what they'd probably be doing, but not with my mannequins. My mannequins will remain chaste around the pool. They're easy to catch, which is good. And they float, provided they have no seams. Well, they do have intake valves, but they only go so far. Interesting, though. So I hope to get them one of these days, and I'm finding fewer and fewer available that I like. I mean, you can't. They have some that are just so put together, it's ridiculous, you know. And you try to have normal looking mannequins, but all of the normal ones and the beautiful ones, they all have a rod up their ass so they can stand up, you know, and they all have these poses. You can't do, how are you going to move them around? Here, hon, sit on the couch. You know, I want to use them as people in a film, or as some of you say with their film. Yeah, you could film them if you want, but no, these are mine. They'll be my twins. Joe, yes, he has a son and twin girls. They give me someone to talk to around the house, too. I mean, I talk to the refrigerator, I talk to the sink. Like, why are you stopping up? You know, or the dishwasher, which here is a mechanical one. You don't have to do it manually. And I'll say, hey, you're pretty full, aren't you? Yes. You know, it talks back to me. It takes a lot of energy, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I talk to inanimate objects. Talking to this computer screen. I mean, I don't see you guys there. Maybe that's why the live on Saturday is not best for me. Right, it's a film. It is a film. Any excuses to bring up mannequins, I know. I would like to rear them, but they're going to be already fully grown, so. Which ones? In the bedroom? What noises? You will behave in the bedroom. You'll hear the leather on flesh, yeah. That's what you hear. All right, goody goody. My stomach will be quiet for a moment. I know. I believe that, Claire. My sister can hold a conversation. You think there's somebody in the room over there with her. It's funny. I'm nothing compared. I do mine for trying to create, you know, take an inanimate object and give it a personality. Angela would tell you there's a name for the garbage disposal. And she would get so annoyed. And then she started calling him that. I had it replaced with a Sears product, which is Kenmore. All right? So it's Mr. Kenmore. Finally, if she thought I was completely nuts, so one day she says, just stick it in Mr. Kenmore. So, there you go. Yum. Oh, those, yes. Mmm, good. All right, what happened then? I don't understand why I'm not a big baseball fan anymore. Major League Baseball. I really could care. I really couldn't care. I really don't care. When people say I could care less, that's wrong. I couldn't care less. If someone ever says I could care less, okay, well, when are you going to stop doing that? Anyway, baseball been very, very good to me. I am not a baseball enthusiastic person. What is it? Anyway, I'm not a baseball fan. I used to go when I lived in Washington, D.C., when I was a kid and all of that, and I loved it. And when the Nationals won the World Series last year, it was great. But I'm really not that big a fan. It's football. It is football. But anyway, I bring it up because they are figuring out the salary for a shortened season. They usually play 185 games a year. They may have to knock it down to 78, and they're complaining about making sure they get their salaries in full. I would say you get your salaries, the number of games you play. It'll be less. Why should the baseball owners take such a beating and the players get their full salary? It's no one's fault except China's, that we have coronavirus. I mean, really. I see Kristen live. Kristen, how is it over there? Enthusiast. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Hey, Kristen, how are you doing? I know that Panama City Beach had a little bit of rise. Tell us about that. Well, then you probably like football if you're looking for the big, round, bubbly butts. Hello, everybody. Well, here we are. Hey, it's Joe, and we are back here watching, and they're huddling up now. You can tell by the big, round, bubbly butts. Yes, they're looking. Yes, they are. Hey, what do you think of that one? Oh, that's a round, bubbly butt. Thank you, teacher. Yes, that's the word I wanted. For some reason, it just wasn't there on the tip of my tongue. Perhaps the tip of my tongue was clouded by my yogurt enthusiast. Yes. Kristen, how are you doing? Is white stuff on my mouth? Is there? Should be all right. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here to help. Yeah, not his cup of tea, but butts are his cup of tea. Not Charlie. Sorry, Charlie. Did Narissa leave already? I hope not. Maybe she had class because we don't. We don't have any class at all. Yogurt. Yogurt. I got that. Okay. You made out like a bandit. That's good. That is awesome. Do you take 1/3 of your house or any rent you pay or imaginary rent for as your workspace? I'm sure you do. Anyone in business should be doing that. In this country, I'm sure in the UK as well, if you work at home, you can take that tax deduction for working at home for your space. or bought instead of brought. I brought with me a can of sea from the ocean waves yesterday. Yes, Rose, how are you? Rosie Bigosi. All right. That's right, Mappy. It is Mappy time. Mappy takes a nappy. Oh yeah, you get to take off 1/3 of your mortgage or the value because you are occupying space there. Check it out with your accountant. I used to do it in New York. I was acting in New York, but my home base at my office, I use that when I'm online. So you would take that off. I would take off my entire internet bill. I do now. I take that off. I take all of my memberships I have to casting companies, to IMDb, to Backstage, all those things right off the top. I can take off X amount for wardrobe. They're more of sticklers now for actually assigning wardrobe to a particular event. Oh. Mileage too, also, I'm sure you do, Striper, whenever you go to a client. But standard deductions are so good now, you really have to do a lot. For me, because I don't work as much as I used to. No, I don't think, I mean, yeah, Nuts and Butts is the name of a bar, a gay bar. But it's going to be Nuts to Butts, not Nuts and Butts. You could have Nuts and Butts, but in the service, they used to say, come on, tighten up that line, Nuts to Butts, Nuts to Butts. Yeah, that's what they use. That's why Nuts to Butts is a backflip entendre. It's a triple saw cow. It's a reverse cowgirl cowboy. You could assign X number of dollars, this would be in my creative financing class, to your parents if you contribute in a way that, let's just say, for example, you paid utilities for your family since you lived there, just saying. And let's say those utilities for a month are $300. Again, this is just a number. Then that would be the cost of then you would take at least 1/3 of that for your workspace as a deduction. Anyway. You're looking to build a house before all this corona shit. It will sort itself out, I'm sure. It depends. Have they stopped construction? Was your project, was their how far along was your house? I mean, they would want to get back to work because they want to get all of their money for the house. I would check with whoever's financing it for you. You know what? This is going to be shocking for you, oh Charlie, but there are probably some things about me you don't know. I'm guessing probably many, but at least one there for you. Yes, it could be a good chance to buy. Especially, I think you were saying, Sam, the other day that the housing market is somewhat depressed. It is slow here, but it is moving. Houses are going up in price. Everybody thinks they're going to get a bargain here, but maybe not so. I'm hoping not. We still have yet to sell my mom's home. I would not be the one to write about the nuts and buts, Charlie. You should do it. That's more up your alley. Up your alley is what it is. It's more for you. It's what you do, what you like. Oh, wow. On a new bill, 12 months. Woo! That is it is after you've taken occupancy. 12 months going forward. Yes, that is an excellent idea. And the wise person would, in that case, put away, maybe not the full mortgage, but put away, you could every month anyway, put it away, because eventually it will kick in. I'm sure there's a caveat somewhere, Sam, that you cannot sell the house, because you could just flip it, flip it, flip it, and never have paid a mortgage. Yeah. There are many nice houses, new houses around here where I live. I mean, they're just so modern. It would be great to have one, but really, it's an expensive. Any way you look at it, if you sell your house for X and the new house is X, you're still going to have to pay X plus to get that house where you want. There will be new things you want to put in that house, more money. Oh, I don't want this old sofa in the house. No, it's too spectacular. I need to buy a new one. There's $1,000 or more. So everything adds up. Not only that, moving. For me to move my house, so a 3-bedroom house here, to another neighborhood 5 miles away, would cost about $5 grand. The days of backing up a U-Haul truck and me and the boys getting together are gone. I wouldn't trust them anyway, and they're all old. So, there's more expense. Plus, that new houses, a lot of them don't have a swimming pool. You can have them put in, but tack on another $50,000 or $60,000 on the price of your home. Forget it. There are very good bargains where I could come out ahead, but the neighborhood may not be where I want to be. So for the time being, I'm here. I am here. About to buy the plot. Really? So, is it still available, Claire? I mean, you could put a deposit, I guess, on it and just hold it. Yeah, I mean, the lot is one thing, the house is another. So I would secure that lot if you like it. Or as you call it, a plot. We call it a lot, L-O-T. Here, it's called a lot. On my blueprints, I have it is for, what do they call it? Number 38 it is. Could be a plot or plot. I have to look at it. So plot, I forget, lot. But we call it, if a house isn't on it, it's a vacant lot. Okay, a vacant lot. Like a parking lot. You call a car park, right? It's a parking lot, just empty. So it's a lot. A plot for us is in a cemetery. For example, where my father is buried, my mother was cremated, and her plot right now is in my guest room. But my dad is in the ground, and there are a couple plots. We call them plots there. Interesting. Just a couple variances on the same subject. Yes. You might get a bargain indeed. So Sam, what does a single family home go for that you might, what are say a three bedroom bungalow, a smaller house, which is what I have. Kristen, I was trying to ask you. Kristen, why are you in pain? I was trying to ask you about the flooding. Did you experience any of it? Yes, there you go then. And there, yes, and it would be better for you because you can have things put in. For example, I'd highly recommend this. They may not put it in one house that we had built. I asked, can you put a laundry chute? It was a 2-3 story with the basement was relevant. That's where the washer and dryer and all that was. Now they build houses with them upstairs where you're actually going to do the wash. So you can do it on the same level. But so it would drop down, although I wanted a laundry chute. So we can do it. And they put it in. So boom, through the little door, you just take the laundry, take it off, and it'd fall in a pile right down next to the washer. A laundry chute. Here you can't do that because it's one level. It depends where you live in the country, Joe. Of course, where I live, a 3-bedroom bungalow is about 260,000. That's fair. That's good. What were you doing in a tree, Kristen? I can only imagine. You fell out of a tree. That's our Kristen. Kristen, were you you were not imbibing it all, I hope. No, 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 no. No one is saying that. Kristen, no. Tell me first about the storm, please, and how it affected you. In the area where we want to live, you can build a house for 100,000, and the house will be worth. Wow. Well, that makes perfect sense to me. That's like when you have insurance on a home. My house is valued, I guess, at about 360, something like that. But on the insurance, it's only 222 to rebuild it, the structure. You can build a house for 100,000 and it's be worth a £500,000 once all said and done. That is beautiful. That's an investment for sure. Yeah, you got to have a laundry chute. Yeah, well, that's what happens. I was a bottle of wine in so it didn't hurt too bad till I woke at the Sam. I was a bottle of wine in so it didn't hurt. Okay. We'll let that go. A bottle of wine in leaves a lot of rooms for this group. So we're just going to say, no, you had consumed a bottle of wine and it didn't hurt so much. But what possessed you with alcohol in you? And I know you're very athletic, but at what point do you say when you're drinking and drink, let's climb a tree? I mean, when does that happen? I must say, in my life's experience of drinking, that has never crossed my mind. In a bar, so, hon, what do you say? You want to climb a tree? And should I ever be drinking and suggest that to any of you, just say, no, Joe. Yeah, I fell on a huge rock. What were you doing in a tree? Forget your grammar. We don't care about that. We can figure it out. And besides, it gives me some sort of setup for jokes. Well, actually, when you fall out of a tree at 20, and you fall out of a tree now, well, you hit the ground at the same speed. So actually the same damage could take place, but you're referring to being younger, you can handle, like you bounce up and it's okay. The booze did come in handy because you were able to bounce up and didn't realize the pain till the next day. And I bet even at 20, if you fall out of a tree and you've been drinking, you'll feel it in the morning. Everything hurts. You were fixing your security camera. Well, now we're getting more of the story. So can we assume then that you fixed it in time to catch the fall on the camera? Could we see some, make sure we get all the CC footage from all these cameras? I love that in the British film. That's everything. You cannot do anything without being on closed circuit television. And in China, they hear everything and see everything. Bounces back much quicker. You didn't catch it on video. Damn. Yeah, 5 cameras. Good to know. When you go visit Kristen, make sure the cameras are off, folks. So who was helping you? Was Joe helping you? Your new beau, Joe? Your Bojo. Your dojo is Bojo. Is that possible? Yes, it could be. Your dojo is Bojo. Wow. So what happened to Joe? Is he still in the landscape or somewhere? Mappy, thank you. Mappy's going for nappy again. By the way, if you guys didn't know that, May is very successful, the work that she does. And she commands a large staff as well. We had a nice conversation, very successful. We're very happy for you, May. Get your rest. It's nappy for Mappy. He's in the picture, I see. It's not a faded photograph covered now with lines and creases. I have some of those. Oh, come on. You're very secretive. I didn't say anything what it was you were doing, but you should be proud of yourself. That's terrific. I like to say, or in the same book, but definitely not on the same page. Hmm. Well, if Charlie is your barometer, then he's aces. King Mahmud, Saudi Arabia. How are you? I meant like saying we're in the same book, but not the same sentence. Wow, that leaves a lot of room for a lot of people. You could be on the same page, but not in the same paragraph, which would reduce it. That may be 5 paragraphs. But no, you have an entire book. It's got 1,000 pages. And he's a sentence somewhere. Leaves a lot of room for you. Hmm. I really, King Mahmud, I really am no longer in the trafficking, offering, suggesting brides business. You want to marry a USA girl from the USA. Why particularly the USA? We have lovely friends, lovely women here from all over the world, all over the world. There are girls from all different countries. We have girls from France. We have girls from the Netherlands. The Netherlands. The Netherlands. As Bo says, it always sounds like it's Sweden I'm talking about, but the Netherlands. We have girls from the Philippines, from where's the not the shoot Malaysia is what I'm saying. Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Beautiful women from the UK and from the EU, other than, the Netherlands. We have Germany. What else do we have? What a girl from Ireland. Many people. You like him. Well, that's good. That's the important thing, Kristen. I love the USA girl for my drama. But King Mahmoud, do you have Sharia? Am I saying that Sharia law there? Beautiful cat rooms. Lonely teardrops, lonely teardrops. Beautiful cat rooms, beautiful cat rooms, beautiful, beautiful cat rooms. That sounds like a commercial, was it? Beautiful cat. I can't remember. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, ads do come up. So make sure you like this extravagant production. The dancing girls, the music, the frivolity, the nudity, all of those things. If you're fans of those things, the sexual innuendo, the sex, the striptease, the burlesque. If you like threesomes, foursomes, orgies, click the like button. Because when you click the like button or the thumbs up, it means you like whatever it is you like. So if you're a pilot and like to fly, click a thumbs up. Because those thumbs up are what you want. My age is 30 years old and I am a Muslim guy, so Sharia law. Would it be? Salam alaikum. So Philippines always ask to want to marry U.S. girls and USA persons they want to be in America. And I know this because I've been asked by Philippines to marry them and come here, but I don't. Really, Filipino men, see, I only see it from the other perspective. So it's interesting. So Philippines always ask to marry the U.S. girls so that they can come here. Yes, of course. This isn't, I mean, if this country has shown anything, it showed its darker side to the entire world in recent weeks. King, yes, you are young, too young for most girls and here. Ah, she flies moved to Florida, I believe, right? Yeah, from Arizona. I think she and her husband flew here actually in their plane, on their plane, and I've not heard lately. Hmm. Well, Joe may do Saturday night, the first Saturday of every month. How about that? How about them apples, huh? And you could stick your apples in that in that bathing suit and show us that. But we want to, if you're going to do butt quarters, we'd rather use something else. I'm sure there are websites for you, King. You should marry a German girl. They're constantly looking, but they're all looking to come here. So you need someone who has access here. And I don't know why. JDaddy's here, but aside from that, Striper's here, Ooh, Charlie's here, and many here are here. But, you know, you just have to show me. You don't have to worry about others. Striper is not gay. Joe is not. Join a dating website. Tiffany, where are you? You're in the States as well, Tiffany? Did you already say? And I am just, you know. Oh, hey, Claire, you know what I was thinking? In that movie with Helen Mirren, the guy who played Tony Blair was excellent. He was really good. His wife was funny as well. That was he had just become prime minister when Lady Di and the paparazzi. That's a very good movie. Do you know the guy, very well-known character actor, played her husband? He passed away, was it last year, I think, or a year before? This latest news just in. Who's Phoenix Karen? Doesn't sound like really good news. Why do they say this is for me? Apparently. Senior only shopping at Walmart. The seniors are complaining because they're making it too early in the morning. I have to wake up at 4:30, get dressed, and then out the door by 5:30 in order to arrive at Walmart by 6 a.m. Wrote an 84-year-old. That's sad. The 84-year-old, unless she really likes to shop, should do it online or have someone go for her. Arizona. Okay, Tiffany. Arizona. I love Arizona. It's nice. This time of year it gets a little warm, but you may be exhausted. Kristen didn't get much sleep because you are in pain. Um, look online about concussions. Did you hit your head? My girlfriends are all older. I mean, my twins. Not really. I haven't found them yet. King Megastar 70. So we have a low opinion of ourselves, I see, King. No. No, 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 no. Not was it Martin Sheen who played in no. Um hmm, the James Cromwell played Prince Philip. Oh, you're talking. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Tony Blair. Yeah, yes. Michael Sheen. Yes, yes. Michael Sheen. You're right. Thanks, love. I had forgotten my own question. He was very good. Boy, Sylvia Sims, they had her looking so old. Oh, she's 86. Must be a younger picture. She was born in Woolwich, London. So Alex Jennings, Prince Charles, that guy was good. He was good too. Alex Jennings is an English actor who worked extensively with the Royal Shakespeare Company and National Theatre. The Royal Shakespeare Company, and who was it who founded that? That was, we went through this year. Oh, Rachel, the woman in that played the movie Christine, and she played the wife of the professor in the movie about the Wonder Women, or Professor Marston and the Wonder Women. Her father started that with, he started the Royal Shakespeare Company, or was a founding member, something like that anyway. Alex Jennings, very good. Helen McCrory, she was in it as well. There's Prince Charles meeting the cast. That's a very good movie. It's worth watching more than once, I think. And I don't think necessarily that they put the Queen in a bad light. I mean, how can Helen Mirren put anyone in a bad light? She's very stoic, very graceful, and she was down to earth, which I think maybe exposed perhaps a side of the Queen we don't know. I mean, she's a person. It's not all stuffed shirts and servants, so maybe it is. Okay, Kristen's leaving because she heard it says my ass. Oh, and my ass. Didn't hit my head, my elbow caught the fall, and my ass. And my ass. And my ass. That's an interesting last name, and my ass. You'd spell it differently, and my ass. Kristen and my ass. Sounds very, Is it Greek maybe or something? No, and my ass. No, it would be French. Za Kristen and my ass. Kristen and my ass. He's a Welsh actor. Do you dance JoDaddy? I've never danced the JoDaddy, but I can dance. Don't ask me. I can dance, but don't ask me. Merci beaucoup, Kristen and my ass. Or Italian, Christina and my ass. Really, she's lovely, the Queen. Christina and my ass. Richard Burton, yes. He was Welsh. He was a Welch, you said. That means he reneged on his... I'm sure you meant Welsh. Yes, Welch is fail to honor. Like a bet or an expense or payment. You're going to welch on a bet. Don't be welching on any bets, because that may be your last bet, but it would certainly be your last bet with me. Unless, of course, I, lost, but then you don't welch. you pay. Christina. Cristiano wala mas. It was a mass. Fell a mass. And my ass. Christina and my ass. Richard Burton. Well, that's very nice of you, Tiffany. I might like to take you up on that, love. Let's see, I did musical comedy. You never learned to dance. I had choreographers. You never learned to dance. I won't dance. Don't ask me. Won't dance. Merci, merci beaucoup. I know that beauty leads the way to romance. Dancing does. Okay, Joe, we should meet sometime. Where do you live in Arizona, Tiffany? No specifics, just a town would be good. It was a turbulent time. And my ass, ouch, do you dance, JoeDaddy? He is a Welsh actor. He is a Welsh actor. I know that music leads the way to romance. I was thinking about my going up north, and you know, to be honest with you, I don't want to fly. I love to fly, and I have no flying as just a mode of transportation. But I think the numbers are going to go up again. I actually, how do you all feel about this? Those of you that have been to the supermarket and wear a mask. When you see somebody in there without one, what do you think? They are stupid, they don't care, or they think it's bullshit, or all of the above. It's not bullshit. My hair is ridiculous. It's not ridiculous at all, I don't think. I mean, you can wear them. The people in Japan always wear masks when they're on airplanes. They've been doing it for a long time. They're ahead of the curve. They are the curve. For us, it's an oddity because we don't like to be inconvenienced in the least. I will tell you this, though, that going to the supermarket, I don't go as frequently as I used to, or maybe I should go more frequently because I have one of those big carry bags, and it limits me. But I find it it's extremely annoying to have to wear a mask in there because I'm going up and down the aisles. I'm moving. I don't linger around. I'm not either with toting, 6 kids along. Okay, mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want this. Daddy, mommy. Doesn't happen. I am in and out. Boom. I need to go to this aisle. I'll pass 3 aisles. Now you have to go in a certain way. I go down the wine aisle. I might stay there for a while. But then, I should go save money and go to Total Wine where you can buy wine cheap. But the supermarket, I get tired. I get exhausted from just because it's not. I have these good masks, but I don't feel like I'm inhaling a deep breath of air. I don't know if anyone experiences that. Yeah, I like to fly too, but you know, it's about the virus. I do not want to get that virus. So anyway, back to the story. I was thinking about going north, and I would drive, and then I start thinking about those unsanitary. Well, they probably clean them even better now. Rest areas. But I'm pretty, I have sanitizer in the car every time I'm in or out. I do the wheel and all that kind of stuff. No, I hardly ever went to the grocery store. His mom would go. Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. I fly too, Striper, and have like you all over the world. Many, many places. But you have to be cautious because other people may not be as vigilant as you are. I don't trust other people, so we'll have to charter a plane or take my plane. If you're going to go, if it's your first time flying, Kathy, don't go on a private plane because you'll be totally spoiled. Other than the fact that you'll be in the air, just like the other airlines, but you will never be the same. I have been in the Southwest on private jets, and um, and I've been commercial on jets that only had 2 rows of seats, and they are so much fun. It's just, on either side you have just the aisle in the middle and a seat here and a seat there, and that's it. Boom. And those are commercial. In some of the smaller towns in Texas, if you fly from Dallas to a couple hours away, those little hoppers, or you might go into Oklahoma, or you're going to California, sometimes those old jets, they're so much fun. I think the airlines will start using them a lot more now because if they can't fill the planes, or they've cut back so much, maybe everything's filled up. You mean those prop planes? They put me to sleep. When I hear the drone of the engine, I love that. I just go to sleep, or the whirling of the props. They put me to sleep. It's ambient noise, and it just is like a drone. You don't hear that really on a jet so much. Mm-hmm. Sure, Kathy. You need to take a flight before you get on a flight to another continent. You need to fly, a little hour flight down to Washington or something like that, or to Orlando, something to take an hour and a half. They always say 3 hours to Palm Beach when I used to take off from New York, and no, it's much quicker than that. It's quicker. It's unusual if it would take full 3 hours, about 2.5, sometimes sooner. Or a flight from DC to New York, or from Newark to DCA, the DC airport. That's just a short little hour flight. You should take one of those. I'm not into threesomes. I've outgrown those. So before you get any too many ideas, I am not the 20-something anymore that I used to be. Striper would be into it, so there you go. Let's see. Now, let me show you this photograph of Roxy here. Roxy is she's $158. She has a flirty pose that will highlight the clothing it wears. If you're going to give her a name like Roxy, why don't you say that she wears? I mean, if I can give a garbage disposal a name like Mr. Kenmore, you can give a mannequin a name and call it her. Okay, here's a photograph of Roxy. Let's see if it works out like that. Let me see, first of all. No, that means it's why not? Let me try the other one. I gotta do this. It's 12:21, Joe, get rolling. No. Oh, come on, where are you now? That's terrible. That's terrible. All right, that means I'm going to have to. Here it is. I thought my Chrome was gone. I thought my Chrome was gone. There you go. I'm trying to see if Roxy, if she comes up here. No. So that's the wrong thing. Okay. So that's not it. It won't come off there too well. Oh, very young. What would you? Okay, how about this, Roxy? Roxy, girl here. And I just wanted to show you. I mean, what's the big deal? It's not even coming up web locked. It's just some weird thing here. Anyway, that's for a later time. We'll have to go over that because no, it won't work. It won't work for me now. It won't work for me now. So they all have these poses, but you can't really use them. Oh, there we go. There you go, girl. All right. Now look. How are you going to use this girl here? You know, eventually JDaddy would get it. Let's see if that's the same one. Okay. Let me see if it works on two. Let me see if I can put it over here if it works. Damn. Girl. No, I know why. Crazy. Oh, forget it. This is just not acting right. Anyway, so you know the mannequins who stand up in the store and they have the pole that goes into their calf and they're just standing. That my ride's here. That is really ridiculous. You can't, they don't move. I mean, they take an arm off so you can dress them, but they're like just stiff bitches. You know what I'm saying? You can't do anything with them. Tiffany, you leaving? See you later, Tiff. It was a pleasure. Thanks for coming in. Ah, well, we'd like for you to not feel down all the time. We all have our peaks and valleys. I love those peaks and valleys, actually. So I hope you have a great day, Tiffany. We're happy that you are glad to be here. Exactly, Claire. And you know what? That is going to be, that is the brilliance of the script. It's all me talking, so their conversations are coming from me. It's like, I'm not going to do, what do you think? We're going to go out and get ice cream every time you want it? You see, then you know what the deal is. Hang on a minute. Let me see who's here. That was UPS. Everything's delivered now all the time. I wish I could count on the food deliveries. I mean, not carry out or delivery for food, restaurants, groceries. I did it one time, and Publix, while they were offering certain things, when he got here, he had substituted so many things. Some I took, some I didn't. So why have it if half of the items are not going to be there? So I just go. I mean, it's not like it's far. It's a mile and a half. So, bye-bye, Tiff. Thank you. Please return again. So anyway, that was UPS. He said, what's your last name? I give him my last name, and he says, I got you covered. So he signed it. I think he was getting ready to leave it. I thought it was the guy doing the work, but I didn't hear back from him. I'm hoping he's going to charge me. He's a friend of mine who does all my handiwork. But maybe he's not, because he repaired it. He repaired what he had installed before, and it came apart. So maybe he didn't. It doesn't matter. He gets all the work. Yes. You can pick it up in your underwear too. So as I was saying, their conversations will come to me, and we could be talking. So wait a minute, Unique, what did you want, hon? No. Last time I got you those crayons, you were writing on the walls. I know you're only 5 then, and you're 22 now, but I mean, I'm afraid you'll do the same thing. Yes. I imagine the business of cam girls is really going up. I imagine it's not the same. Eat, drink, and be merry. I don't want to be merry. U.S. asked Brits to grill Prince Andrew in Epstein's sex trafficking case. Here's the deal. They're not going to grill him. That's Charles's brother. They're not going to grill him at all. At all. See, because they are offering him, they are extending him some sort of privilege that they wouldn't extend to Stryper or myself. They are not going to extradite him to be interviewed. They are not even going to have the FBI in London interview him. The Justice Department has formally requested that British authorities interview Prince Andrew in connection with the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. A person familiar with the matter confirmed to CBS's Pat Milton on Monday. British media first reported the request over the weekend, with one tabloid saying Queen Elizabeth's son would fight back against the request of having his legal team lay out all of his dealings with the American law enforcement authorities, which would mean to me he's got something to hide. Virginia Roberts Giffrey, I can remember, has claimed that she was introduced to Epstein, Prince Andrew, by Epstein to Prince Andrew, and that the British royals had sex with her when she was 17 years of age. Now, to the British, though, you must understand that is legal. She's of legal age. So what's the big deal? He sees nothing wrong with it. The problem was he was very much married at the time. It wasn't Prince Andrew, playboy. It was Prince Andrew, married man. And I believe that is what makes Her Majesty frown. Prince Andrew, has adamantly denied the accusation, but has admitted being friends with Epstein and visiting his private island. See, he was with that girl. I don't remember that photograph. It's been photoshopped. Well, that's funny. 3 of the other people say, yes, it was you. Well, it's been photoshopped. And that's it. Not another word. Oh, okay then. We'll let it go. If she was trafficked into... Oh, so it doesn't matter where she was trafficked. If he had sex with her on the island, had sex with her, well, she was groomed. And then once they're groomed, they would do what they said to do. So yes, they were trafficked. Yes, trafficking. Well, it's a he said, she said, and it's Prince Andrew, so you know he's lying. Speaking of ordering online, that's kind of what we're talking about. Yes, he does not want to make a statement under oath. So, trafficking. I always have the vision of all these poor girls in the back of a truck brought into this country, from South America or somewhere. And they're in bordellos and they're being kept and blah, 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 like all the movies, like Taken or whatever, right? But a girl from middle class who is coerced and made to believe that she's going to be doing something else, and then gets involved with them, then continues to do it, and then they travel to an island and say, no, I want you to be with Prince Andrew. That also is trafficking, I imagine. If she had a chance to leave prior to that. So trafficking is not necessarily captivity. It's just wrong to do that. Yeah, no solid evidence. I mean, it would be hard to... There was pretty solid evidence. She said she was there, and there was a photo of the two of them. He's been to the island. Well, Bill Clinton was in that island too because it was the greatest island I ever been to because Hillary was doing something. She went shopping or whatever, and I went down with Jeffrey to the island. And when I went down there, there were little girls running around. You know, it was like I said, Jeffrey, where are these girls coming from? He said, oh, they live here. I said, you're kidding me. This place is like a fantasy land. And that's how it happened. I will see you guys again on Wednesday, INNIT, Wednesday, and we will revisit Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, and Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, but all of them, some of them weren't really that, really girls worked Donald Trump's place, and so they had a job. They weren't like, desolate, destitute. But I just loved Jeffrey. We had fun on his airplane. We had fun on his island. I mean, I had the best time. The only thing missing was no golf course. There you go. That means that something else has been delivered. What is Charlie doing? What's he need good luck for? Come on. I missed something. Somebody tell me. Charlie, what are you doing? Charlie, bye, JDaddy. Until Wednesday. I have a job interview today at 12:30. Go get it, man. You'll get it. A video interview. So wish you luck. I have one with the doctors tomorrow, with my doctor. Yes. Good luck to you, Charlie. You'll knock them dead. Tell no lies that they can, check out. You're going to be fine. Just relax, be yourself. All right, Danny, I'll see you. Claire, as always. Kathy, and Randudu. We'll see you later, too. Tiffany's left us, has left the building. There's Kathy. Ooh, Charlie's leaving. Narissa has left. The king was here. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you on Wednesday, okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.